your mother and your girlfriend and your dog.
Go.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Cshow. I am your host, Riddler, saying, well, the World Heavyweight title was already dead, but at SummerSlam it was buried.
Why do they keep doing this shit? It just makes me sad. It doesn't make me, like, angry or anything. It just... This is liquidation, by the way. In a pit of depression.
This is Raktan saying the releasing of anger can better any medicine under the sun. So prepare for it.
And we have Ali with us, but I don't think he's going to talk today. He's got stuff to do with the dark match, and he doesn't want to give the same review twice, which is fair enough.
Cryptic metaphor.
We'll still do our running gag of say hi, Ollie.
But say hi to the folks at home anyway, Ali. Indeed.
What the fuck?
That's just Ali's native tongue of saying hi.
That's Ali's mating call.
Oh, that's his maiden call. Okay. So, SummerSlam was okay. Wasn't great.
There was a lot of good parts to it, but none of them really made a good show.
Yeah, it didn't really make a good show. It was okay. We'll start with...
I'd say the SummerSlam was overall okay. Yeah, it was decent, but I would call this the SummerSlam of wasted potential because it could have been so much better than it was.
I'll agree with that. So we'll start with the pre-show because we all saw the pre-show, and that was Santino Marella versus Antonio Cesaro, who is, as always, accompanied to the ring by Oksana. And, of course, he has
Oksana is as useless as Vicky is for Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, and, of course, we have to, hear the 5 languages.
I mean, for one, she isn't that hot.
No, she isn't.
For two, she can't talk for shit.
No, she can't.
And for three, she has a completely shitty gimmick and drags down Antonio Cesaro because of it.
Yeah. So Santino,
what is the point of Oksana?
At first, the whole point was the whole thing with Teddy, because her ring skills weren't that good. So but they still wanted her to have an on-screen appearance. Now she's a manager. I don't know what the fuck.
She used to be a weightlifter. She could have actually brought something different to...
I guess maybe they don't think that Cesaro can talk. I don't know.
Cesaro talks a lot better than she does.
She just does the whole he'd like to talk to you in 5 languages and tells you what the languages are, and that's it. That's all she ever does. He doesn't really need anyone to do that. He can say what languages he's going to speak in, but that's all she does for him. That's it.
Well, even that, he's more charismatic than she is when he talks.
Yeah.
By far.
Oh, yeah. So, Santino, basically, in this match, he took way too long to do the Cobra, and Antonio wound up kicking the sock into the corner. And a few minutes later, he destroys the Cobra, but for some reason, Santino had a spare one hidden up his ass.
An ass Cobra.
Yeah, hidden up his ass.
Yeah.
I just think
this
that
match
Santino
sucked,
is some
and that
sort of
was
sexual
pretty much
deviant.
this match sucked
It
to me, and
didn't
that was
suck.
like that was the only memorable part for me. I didn't like it.
It didn't suck. It was just like boring.
It was just there. Yeah, Santino brings out the ass Cobra, but again, it's he can't unleash it on Antonio because he gets distracted by Oksana, who's there acting like a complete whore. And Antonio then hits the neutralizer and gets the win, and he's the new US champion, and rumors are going around on the internet, as they always do, and they're saying, that he might turn it into the European Championship, which would be nice to see that title come back for a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe bring some prestige to that title and finally get rid of the useless hunk of junk that is the US title.
and also get rid of the World Heavyweight Championship at this point.
Yeah, you may as well get rid of the World Heavyweight Championship at this point as well.
No, because that would mean that Punk wouldn't have a title because they'd give it to the WWE one to Sheamus.
Well, also during the pre-show, we see Triple H inform the referee about his match with Brock Lesnar, saying it's going to be a fight, and he doesn't want DQ. He doesn't want him to count for the DQ, and he doesn't want the ref to count countouts. Both of which the ref completely ignores when it gets to the match.
Well, no, he doesn't completely ignore it, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
But I want to quick mention that the good thing about that one of the good things about Cesaro winning is it ends the way too long Santino run with it, because he
it ends what it does is it starts the possibility of actually having a feud for the US title.
That would be a good thing too. Yeah.
Because Santino has defended it once, and that was against Cesaro. So
yeah,
but in general, he held that title for way too long, and he was jobbing to people higher in the card than him, and it wasn't doing him any favors. He did not look strong at all with that title.
No, he didn't.
Nope.
So we kick off SummerSlam with what I thought would be the match of the night, and it pretty much was.
Yeah, I say it was. I think it was.
Oh yeah, I think it was. Chris Jericho.
I don't think it is.
I think it was Chris Jericho versus Dolph Ziggler. And the one problem that I did have with this match, it wasn't Chris Jericho, it wasn't Dolph Ziggler, it was Vicky Guerrero.
Why is Vicky still employed?
Dear Lord, woman. How do you not lose your voice? How do you not just wake up one morning with the sorest throat ever? You screamed so much in this match, more than usual. You screamed.
She must have all of Vince McMahon's sperm to just wash down, and it act as a nice cough mixture or something. I don't know.
Chris Jericho wins in this match, right? The moment Chris Jericho wins, Vicky Guerrero just lets out this loud, long.
Actually, it was right before she won run. After he kicked out of something, she loved the most primal, fucking just insane scream I've ever heard her do.
She just closes her eyes and she just lets loose this big primal screaming. You're like, Jesus, woman, calm the hell down.
Yep. Oh great, my sister started playing thingy.
I would honestly kind of like it if for one time she just completely destroys her voice, to the point that she's she cannot talk at all.
Nice.
She can't even get words out.
Also, this was the one match.
All that happens is every time she tries to talk, it's just air or something.
This was also the one match of the entire card that actually remembered someone had something bad, like an injury. They actually remembered that in the only match where they remembered that, because Jericho's ribs were taped up because of what happened in the past week. Every other match where someone might have had an injury, completely forgot about that. This match,
I think the biggest problem with this show was most matches ended with complete bullshit.
Oh yeah,
that was the biggest problem with the show.
This one really didn't. The only
this was the exception.
I honestly thought another problem with this is this match felt way too short to me.
Yeah, for me it felt too short.
It was too short.
Dolph.
I think the only problem with it for me was that there wasn't really any big highlight spots.
No, there wasn't really big.
There were some.
Dolph gets very close to victory after catching Chris with his knees when he tried for the lion salt, and then he hits the zigzag. But after kicking out at 2, Chris hits Ziggler with the code breaker. But he gets out the ring, and when he gets back into the ring, Chris makes him tap out to the walls of Jericho. You can say it's the Lion Tamer.
I'm not going to say it's the Lion Tamer. I'm going to say he cranked the walls of Jericho. He cranked it back.
Yeah, it was the Walls of Jericho. Whatever version you want to say it is.
It was a high angle Walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say let's not bother with the whole Lion Tamer bullshit. They're just two different Walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
There's the normal version and the oh fuck my back version.
Yeah, everyone needs to kind of get over the Lion Tamer shit now. It was in WCW. Move the fuck on. We go. Yeah, Chris Jericho wins and wins by submission, which is nice to see a submission win when it happens.
I still think I don't understand why he wins this, considering he's not going to be there anymore. I think it would have told a better story for him to lose.
I don't know. I'd like to think Chris Jericho goes out in one last flaming ball of greatness, and then walks out with his head held high. That's a nice way to go.
I don't think he's going to quit here though. I think he's going to come back again at some point.
We then go on to Kane versus Daniel Bryan, and this match was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. Don't know about what the rest of you thought, but
yeah, it was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan obviously is always good in this match. He slaps Kane at some point. That sends Kane.
I think this is one of those classic matches which was good because it set stuff up and not good, and not necessarily does anything.
Yeah, it set stuff up. It was there to set.
It did feel more like a match before a bigger match.
Yeah.
Than just a big match itself.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan goes for a flying headbutt, but Kane grabs him by the throat and he lands him with the choke slam. And you think it's there and it's going to end there. But Kane's obviously still angry about the fact that Daniel Bryan slapped him like a bitch and decided to give him the tombstone instead. But Daniel Bryan's able to reverse it, and he rolls up Kane to get the win. And then
normally I'm not. I don't like roll-ups, but this made sense.
It made sense. Daniel Bryan.
He's trying to get. Kane's already was what had him in a predicament. So yeah.
Daniel Bryan basically.
I did like the whole. At first when he slapped it, I was like, oh shit, that wasn't a smart thing to do. But then I was like, oh, he's trying to get himself he's trying to get Kane disqualified. That actually is smart.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
And it did end up working out for him.
It did.
He got.
It did. Daniel Bryan basically bolts it out of the ring, and Kane goes friggin' ballistic. And this is where I had to laugh. He goes backstage, and as if on cue, Mr. fucking awkward moment. He steps in. He's like, "Hey, people want to know." And he's like, "Where is he?" And he throws Josh Matthews across the room.
I think
Oh, Mr. Awkward.
I think my favorite thing was when he was walking away, he lightly shoved over a small barricade. Like, yeah.
Mr. fucking awkward moment. Always there. On cue.
When will he learn? My God.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm just trying to do my job.
I'm just trying to be Mr. Awkward Moment, please. Fucking loved it. Oh. And then we go to the Intercontinental Championship match. Miz versus Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry, Miz versus Batman.
Mini Batman.
Mini Batman.
Why does Rey have all these shitty costumes?
I don't know. He does that every now and then. Like once, I think he dressed up.
But why? I don't get it. It's like it's not cool. It just looks shit.
It does.
Actually, I honestly thought as the Flash, that was cool.
Yeah, I remember when he came out as the Flash. That was all right.
Captain America one was terrible.
I can't even remember the Captain America one.
Oh, I now I'm vaguely remembering that. I also know I remember him coming out as the Joker one time too.
I don't remember that either.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did. He did. He came out as the Joker.
It just comes
Probably.
out
I,
as
I,
what a
I
shit.
don't remember. I don't remember much about Rey Mysterio. Really, I couldn't care less about the guy. I know he's.
Honestly, Ray, his normal outfit does look a lot better than his his special outfits.
Yeah.
I did like the little nice touches he's been adding to the his normal outfit lately, where he's had like the shirt. He's had like a shirt with a crown and then a question mark. You know, because his name means like Mystery King or King Mystery or something like that. I thought that was a little nice touch.
So
I preferred it. I prefer honestly. I thought Rey Mysterio's outfit looked better when he didn't have a top on, because that like skin tight top makes him look fat. Is it just me that sees that?
there's not much highlights in this match. Oh no, wait, sorry. We also got the return of the awesome balloons. That was good to see.
I like the
Yes.
awesome balloon.
Like the awesome balloons, but that was a highlight, I guess, in itself. Ray's able to hit the 619, but he misses. A few moments later, Miz hits the skull crushing
Yeah, I
finale.
was right. It means like King of Mysteries.
Ah, okay.
Just to interrupt.
Yeah, Miz hits the skull crushing finale and he gets the win, and Miz is still the Intercontinental Champion. So that match was kind of
That
just
match
there,
happened.
It was all right.
kind of just there.
It was a filler match. Let's face it.
Yeah, it was a filler. It was filler.
It was a better filler than like say a Divas match might have been, depending on who they had wrestling.
It was a better filler than that frigging concert, but we'll get to that. Jesus.
The more I think about this show, the more the worse I think of it. You know,
Yeah. Like yesterday, like last night, I thought, okay, that was pretty good. And then I've just kind of gotten to sit and think about the matches, and it's just my opinion of it's kind of slowly been deteriorating. It's like it's okay. It was just kind
It
of
was it
there.
was it was all right. It didn't suck.
It didn't suck.
I'm starting to think it sucks. I don't know what I think about it.
Because
Then
you
we go to the World Heavyweight Championship match.
I'm not normally this bitter about stuff,
Oh
but
wait, sorry, I missed out the Punk segment. We go backstage, and
I
Punk.
love this segment.
I love this segment as well. This was hilarious. CM Punk goes to AJ, and he's basically going on about how she needs to respect him, how they put him in a triple threat match. It's not fair. And he's sorry about the whole rejecting her because humiliating her. And she's just there tilting her head and
Well,
completely.
no, he isn't sorry. He's continuing to assume that's why
He's assuming
he's.
that's why. And she's just staring into space, completely oblivious to him. And he's like waving his hand in front of her eyes to see if she's fully there, but she's just.
And he sort of like turned the camera like what as though like talking to the cameraman going, do you know what the fuck going on?
Yeah. Do you know what the fuck's going on?
My thought was the AJ robot broke.
She's just there staring into space, and like even after he leaves, the camera zooms in, and she's just still staring into nothingness.
I like to think that for like the rest of the show up until the match, she was just staring to.
Yeah, up until like the John Cena, up until the triple threat match, she's just staring, and like everyone's like trying to get her out of it. And then the bell rings, and she sees that it's been a double submission, and she's like, "Shit, they need me out there." Um, so we go to the World Heavyweight Championship match. And damn it, if Alberto Del Rio didn't try his goddamn best to
Oh,
make
I felt so sorry for Dirty. Yeah,
he tried his goddamn best to make this a good match.
I honestly like this match to a degree because
I like this match.
at least the start of it, because it felt like it started out like a
But
little physical thing.
They forgot Sheamus is injured though. So
Yeah, they completely forgot about Sheamus's injured
Yeah,
arm.
problems right away that he's not taped up.
He's not.
Why?
He's
why
not
are they? Why? I know they want him to be the next Cena, but why do they have to make him the same way that Cena is?
He's not taped up, and so you think that okay, they completely forget about the arm. But then about 10, maybe 15 minutes into the match, Sheamus is accidentally rammed into the ring post, and then just suddenly they decide to remember the bad arm again and bring it up
Exactly.
out of nowhere, like 10, 15 minutes into the match. Not like brought up at the beginning of the match, not brought up during Sheamus's entrance. He's not even taped up, just 10, 15 minutes into the match. Oh yeah, Sheamus has got a bad arm still. Thanks for that update, WWE.
That's exactly the words that I said when we were watching this.
Yeah, so Sheamus accidentally gets rammed into the ring post, hurts his arm. Alberto's able to apply the cross arm breaker, but Sheamus is able to power out of it. I will agree that was quite impressive when he was able to power out of it and actually lift.
Yeah, that was impressive, the way he lifted him up and slammed him.
But what I was glad to see, though, which I was a bit worried that they were going to take this too far, but they didn't have the cross arm breaker locked in long, which I was really glad about, because if they'd had it in for like longer than they did, then it would have just been a fuck you to Del Rio.
Yeah, I also liked when Alberto Del Rio looked like it was going to go, like he was going to go for the brogue kick. He was like,
I love that.
brogue.
I kind of would have liked to actually see him try to do it.
Yeah.
I would like to see what Del Rio's brogue kick looks like.
Unfortunately, but Sheamus hits the white noise. He gets a 2 count. And
Wait, 2 count move. That should be his finisher, not the brogue kick.
so he goes for the brogue kick. Hold on. Oh,
sorry.
Look, professional ass.
So he goes for the brogue
My
kick.
phone was ringing. Sorry.
Okay.
Get off.
Goes for the brogue kick, but yeah, he doesn't hit it. Alberto then hits Sheamus with a kick, gets a 2 count. Alberto flips out and attacked, I guess you could say, Ricardo Rodriguez when the referee came to his aid. He threw his shoe to Alberto, but Sheamus catches it and he uses it on Alberto. He hits the Irish Curse. Alberto puts his foot on the rope. The referee doesn't see it. Sheamus knocks the foot off of the rope, and there's a 3 count.
No, he knocks the foot off the rope after the 3 count when the ref starts getting up.
After the 3 count, so the ref
Yeah,
doesn't see it.
when the ref starts getting up, so the ref didn't see it.
Yeah. What kind of heel bullshit is this?
Are they trying to make Sheamus heel?
Are you trying to make Sheamus heel? Are you trying to make him
Actually,
like a...
no, that's not what happened though. No, there was a little spot. There was a little spot here. There was a little spot here too, where Ricardo got in the ring and threw his shoe.
Yeah,
we said that.
We said that.
Oh, did I? Did we? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Sheamus catches the shoe and he hits up.
I think it's just I got distracted by the phone ringing. Sorry.
Stop listening to your phone.
He hits Alberto with the shoe, hits the Irish Curse. Now Alberto puts his foot.
I don't remember him putting his foot on the rope.
Alberto put his foot on the rope, dude. That's why you got so pissed off. Because Alberto put his foot on the rope, but ref didn't see it. He counts to 3 and then Sheamus knocks it off. That's why you got so pissed off.
I don't recall.
Wow, Rocktan. Do you actually watch SummerSlam?
I have spotty memory sometimes. I can't help it.
Sheamus wins.
I have spotty memory. I have spotty memory all the time, and it does. And it comes and it goes. Sometimes I have really good memory. Other times it's spotty. It's just weird.
And this is a complete bullshit ending. Right? I would have preferred Brogue Kick win to this.
And yeah, you heard me completely lose my fucking shit at this.
Some people might not think it's a big thing, but it's fucking bullshit. You don't have to face do this.
Yeah, you don't have the guy you're trying to make your top good guy be such a bad guy.
The only
it might have worked if this was like if they had established this over time that Sheamus likes to win via shenanigans, similar to an Eddie Guerrero, but this was a very recent addition to his character.
Yeah, at least with Eddie Guerrero, they fucking established that shit. Yeah, he lies, he cheats, he steals, but at least he's fucking honest about it, and it's entertaining as hell. They don't just come out of nowhere.
And Sheamus, and I'm sorry, Sheamus has not been entertaining.
He's not been
It's
entertaining.
not entertaining anymore.
Every single match from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, he's won with the bro kick. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Not only that, he does the same damn. He wrestles the same damn match with the same signature moves in the same spots.
Same spots, same signature moves.
And he was squashing people.
Yeah. Same spots, same signature moves, same finish. The 18-second match at WrestleMania. This guy's title reign has been a fucking joke. Complete joke. That title died at WrestleMania in my eyes. This just fucking buries it now. He's just carrying around. For all I care, he could carry around a piece of cardboard. He really could.
Like I said, buried it and pissed on the ashes.
They really could just have him carry around a piece of cardboard.
Pissed on its grave, you know.
Just carry around a piece of cardboard, Sheamus. It's the same effect now. I don't.
What they need, if this is how they're going.
I think pissing on the ashes is bad because it means they can't relight the fire.
Yeah, they buried it, lit it on fire, then pissed on it. But if this is what they're going to do to the fucking world title, they might as well just unify the titles at this point.
Jesus Christ.
No, because then they'd give the title to Sheamus and have him destroy the unified title.
That's
bullshit.
But I don't know.
I
don't know what else do you do at this point?
You actually gave
what they would need to do so much to rescue the title from the depths at which it has sunk at this point.
I'll tell you what you need to do right now. Have Sheamus in kayfabe be put out on injury, so he has to give up the title and then have like a big and introduce a new title when you do it as well.
So just not even call it the world title anymore. Just change it to something else.
Yeah. Either that or just have a new belt. Like you can still call it the world title, but yeah. And then rewrite Sheamus' character completely.
Yeah, I know, actually. That's a good point. The amount of times they've changed the look of the WWE belt, but the World Heavyweight title has always been the same chunk of gold it was in WCW.
Yep.
Always. Can they just not be bothered to come up with a new belt for it? Or is it just that much that they don't care about it? They're actively trying to...
I think they just don't give a shit about it that much.
They just don't give a damn. This whole title reign has been a joke. The same match after same match with the same bullshit endings. And when you actually finally give us something different, it's still a bullshit ending. What the fuck, WWE?
Yeah, as I said,
out of it, but how can he look at this and sit and be happy with it?
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck, WWE? Fuck you, you moronic, retarded pieces of shit. Gutter trash.
Wow, dude, you really told them. Wow.
But they're really.
I bet Vince is quaking in his boots now.
Vince is probably like, "Fuck, dude, we need to save this belt now."
Gutter snipe.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, Vince McMahon doesn't give a damn about us because we're internet.
I want to scream louder, but I'm not going to do that because I respect you guys.
Yeah, Vince McMahon isn't going to listen to us
do?
or anybody else because we're internet fans.
I already screamed my head off when this actually happened.
So, we might be making a bit more of a deal than it is, but only because we've hated what they've done with this title so far since WrestleMania as well. Like, ugh.
But it's not that, it's that what Sheamus does is so against what they should be doing with him.
Yeah.
If they want him as a guy who the kids look up to, they shouldn't be having him, like, beat up like defenseless people and, cheat to win. and stuff. It's like,
Yeah, if everything they've been doing with Sheamus is like the exact opposite of how they should be getting him over, or how you get your faces over. To me,
it's
just don't do
it's
it.
like it's okay. I get that they don't want him to have the same character he had before. Okay, and when doing it, if you're trying to make him a role model for kids, because that's what they're trying to make him right now, as a role model for kids. Yes.
Just don't like it. Well, yeah, they're he's like a horrible person, but they also have him as basically, you know, doing the same type of stuff that Cena does, and I really hate that. I know they want him to make I've heard they want to make him the next top face, you know, like Cena is right now, because they want him to take over for Cena at some point. Why can't they have a top face that everyone likes, not just the little fucking kids?
You can have a top face that loses, for God's sake. I mean, that's the point of a face, is when they lose, you're like, oh God, no, and then, you know, you think all hope is lost, and then suddenly the face comes back with a blazing fire of glory, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Not even that. You can have a face win, like, almost every match he's in, and have him seem in peril in those matches. Like CM Punk, you know?
Yeah, that's why you follow.
No one's
That's
complaining that CM Punk hasn't lost a match.
You see people in peril and you cheer for them, and, you know, tell them to get up and shit. It's not that hard, WWE.
You need to make him seem fallible. You need to make it seem like they can get hurt, but they can still manage to pull it out, even though they're in pain. You can make him.
Okay, Vince. Okay, Superman may be popular, right? But the reason he is because there are people that know how to hurt him. Okay, that's why Superman is so endearing. People can't actually hurt Superman, you know.
People can actually hurt Superman. I know people say, "Oh, he's invincible. He's got every power. No one can hurt him." Fucking dude's been hurt a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Dude's almost died. So.
No, he did die a couple times.
He did die a couple times. And we go to the WWE Tag Team Championship match, you know, because from one worthless title to another.
Yeah. Let's just drag the show down further.
Let's just bring out our giant pennies called belts. And seriously, am I the only one that thinks those titles look like giant fucking pennies?
We've been saying that for a long time now.
Apparently, the recap, I don't know, I didn't hear this watching the show, but apparently the recap says that the crowd was starting a Kobe Bryant chant because of AW.
That would have been great to hear. I did not hear that at all. That would have been funny to hear that.
Yeah, by the way, we're not going to... WWE was decided not to explain why AW had been fired and blackballed, but for those of you not in the know out there at home, AW made a rape joke about Kobe Bryant on live television, mic'd, you know, Raw. You know how I'd been saying you should take the mic away from that guy? Yeah, should have took the mic away from that guy.
I'm not complaining that he's been fired, though.
Oh, I'm not complaining he's been fired. I'm just saying, should have took the mic away from that guy.
And then he proceeded to have a hissy fit about it.
Yeah, then they
fired him, and then he completely lost his shit, which got him blackballed for the fucking company.
Yay!
Thank God. We will never see him in WWE again.
But yeah, I understand why they didn't mention him at all. You get blackballed, you're not going to get mentioned. They're gonna pretend you don't exist. That's basically that's what basically blackballing is.
Yeah, it's like, the last person I can think of that actually got blackballed was fucking Chris Benoit, right?
And before that,
but he didn't get fired though. He just died and then got fired posthumously is the word.
Best example, actually, I can think of someone that got completely just blackballed from the company. We're not going to mention this guy at all. Was Randy Savage until he died, and then they were like, "Oh, we love him."
What did it?
I
what
forget
we-
why did Randy Savage get blackballed?
Well, a lot of people thought it was something to do with him and Stephanie. That were the rumors, but it was actually just the fact that he went to WCW without telling Vince, and that he went basically behind Vince's back and went to WCW. And him and Vince were really good friends at the time, and obviously Vince thought, this was a complete betrayal on Randy's part, and the fact that Randy didn't tell him and shit like that.
Right.
Everyone thinks it's something to do with him and Stephanie McMahon, but it isn't.
Somebody's rubbing against their mic or something.
Who's rubbing their dick against the mic, guys? Come on.
It's you.
Oh, right, okay.
That's why I was feeling a bit chafed.
Oh, okay.
It's because of your fascination with all these lovely black men in this match.
And honestly, I think it is because of what AEW did that they decided not to go with the primetime players winning this match. It might not be punishment, but I think, with how WWE is so protective of their image, they're thinking these guys' managers made a rape joke just like a week ago. If we put, how people like to overreact, like they're probably thinking if we put the titles on these guys, people might think we're rewarding them for this incident.
Yeah,
No.
basically guilty by association. But at the same time,
At the same time,
Kofi and Truth have been hanging on to the titles and really have not done anything with them. So, yeah, until you said that, this made no sense for them to win.
no, honestly, you say that, but they were in the ring when AEW said that. It's not like they could have done anything about
Oh
it.
no, dude, I'm just thinking the way WWE thinks, protecting their image and that. For some reason, in that, like Vince can
I
get
couldn't
some.
say that though. I really couldn't.
Vince can get some really crazy stuff in his head when he wants to protect his image, dude. They can do some really weird stuff. Like, for example, he wanted to make the whole deal with WWF, right? He can use the old WWF logo, like the really old one, the gold one, and he can use the new generation logo. He couldn't use the Attitude one. But when it came close to doing the deal with the World Wildlife Fund to get the logo back, to use it, for some reason he started censoring the old gold logo and the new generation one as well, even though he didn't have to. And that was just so he could secure the deal. He started censoring these logos even though he didn't have to. It's like, why did you do that? You'd have probably got the deal anyway. But he just does this to make sure, look, we're presenting a good image here. We're trying to keep everyone happy. This is why we're doing this.
That's not how life works.
The same stuff with when his wife was running for senator. Like, he was making sure that, we've got a good image. Presenting stuff in, like, the tamest way he could.
That's actually the comments AW was making that got him blackballed were mentioning Linda. So yeah.
So, yeah, Vince does some weird stuff when it comes to, like, protecting his company and its image. Like, stuff he doesn't really need to do, and nobody would ever really think you got to do this, but for some reason he thinks he does. So I really wouldn't be surprised if it was guilt by association that got him like this. But
Why doesn't Vince just like retire peacefully?
Who knows? Maybe this is how it was meant to be. Maybe they were going to win anyway. But just to me, it seems like that's why. To me, maybe they just want Truth and Kingston to hold the titles longer. Who knows? I could be wrong. But yeah,
maybe they're just waiting for the ascension. Maybe they're just waiting for the ascension to come from NXT. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I mean, the ascension in their second match beat like the Usos cleanly. It's like.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, okay, well, maybe that's why. I don't know, but that's my theory anyway. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, R-Truth and Kofi win, retain their titles, and we go on to the triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, I have to say the tag. I want to quick say that the tag match was good, but they sucked. What happened before that sucked the enthusiasm right out of me and the crowd to boot.
This I didn't like this match, this triple threat. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good in short bursts, but for the most part, holy shit, did they let Big Show dominate this match for way too long?
I get it. He's a giant. You want him to look dangerous. He doesn't have to dominate an entire match.
I had no problem whatsoever with this.
He
I don't know
Really?
why you
he
guys
dominates the
make
match,
this
and I don't
into
mind
that.
it. He's dominating the match, fine. But it's after Punk and Cena put him in that double submission, which, by the way, is confusing as hell anyway. Cena clearly sees Punk putting the Anaconda Vice on Big Show.
It wasn't an Anaconda device. It was a Kimura.
Oh, Kimura, sorry. I get confused between the two sometimes.
No, it was a Koji clutch.
What was I going to say?
It was.
Why
I
do you
think
get
actually it
confused
was a
between
Koji
Kimura and
clutch.
the Anaconda device?
I just got confused, okay? I thought it was the Anaconda Vice for some reason, because I remember that being his his submission. So, yeah, the...
What were you saying, Ollie?
It's called the Koji clutch.
Coach.
Oh, Koji. I don't know.
See, you even got it wrong. Screw you.
Yeah, I knew it began with this like a K sounding thing.
Okay.
So I remember
Anyway.
Daniel's doing the standing one, which was awesome in this week.
Anyway, it was that point when Cena sees Punk submitting Show. He doesn't think, oh, I'm going to go over here and break it up like a normal person would in a triple threat. No, he thinks, I'm going to submit him too. That's a smart idea. Okay.
It's
okay.
like he thought.
WWE logic.
It's like he thought if he taps out, he'll have to say which one he's tapping out to.
Yeah, which just made no sense. But okay.
By the way, I really like I was saying about how Big Show dominated too much of this match. I really would have it would have been better if during at some point Cena and Punk realized Big Show is kicking the shit out of us. We need to team up and take him out.
Mm-hmm. But okay, Show taps out, and of course there's big confusion. Ref doesn't even call for the bell, but the timekeeper rings it, whatever. AJ then decides...
Yeah, the timekeeper was a complete idiot there.
AJ decides to skip down to the ring, and she's silent for about 2 good minutes, just looking, tilting her head, putting her finger to her mouth, like, I'm just like, fucking bitch, say the fucking match has restarted, please. Just get over with it. Come on.
I really do like AJ, but this made no fucking sense for her to just stand there for however long it was.
Bitch, what more do you need explaining?
You could have come out to the stage, skipped around if you wanted to. You could skip around on that stage. It's a big fucking stage. Bring a mic with you. Just say, match restarted. Leave.
She didn't even have. She wouldn't even need to come out. She could have done it from the Titantron.
From the Titantron. And if you want, skip around in your office just to be creepy. Why not? You're crazy. I could see that. I can see that.
That would have been hilarious.
I can see that happening. She's crazy. Maybe just every time that the crowd sees her, she has to skip. I don't know. She's crazy. Maybe that's just her thing. Whenever she's seen.
That would have been really cute and funny just to have her skipping around her own office.
I think it's cute that she skips in those little suits anyway. Every time I see her skip in those suits, I'm like, oh. But yeah, she comes out.
God damn it! I mean, I hate it when like a cute girl and fuck. Every time AJ comes out, I get distracted.
Who wouldn't?
I don't get distracted by AJ, dude. Seriously.
I mean, like normally, if it's just on hot, I don't get distracted, but with AJ, I do.
Yeah. So she restarts the match. Again, could have done that on the stage or in your office, but whatever. Okay, fair enough. You needed to pad the match out because you guys kind of realized you had a lot of time on your hands. Cena hits Show with the attitude adjustment, and everyone's like, "Oh God, Cena's gonna win!" But then Punk comes and it's like, "Fuck no!" Tosses Cena out of the ring and gets the pin, and CM Punk wins.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
God.
Yes. Yes.
Thank God. If Cena or Big Show won, I would have raged. I would have
Yeah.
rioted.
If Cena or Big Show had won,
That
I honestly might have
the
stopped watching WWE.
honestly, Punk winning saved SummerSlam for me after the world title match.
The show still completely sucked ass. So
I don't think
dumb.
it didn't completely suck. It just was
It
kind of there, just there.
sucked.
We then get a glorious rendition, and I'm being sarcastic if you at home and can't tell.
What the fuck was up with this shit?
Kevin Rudolph decides to come out and perform the theme "Don't Give Up" for SummerSlam. Now, instead of, I don't know, giving him an auto-tuned mic, making him lip sync to his song, we actually hear him, air quotes, sing. And dear God,
I wasn't even paying attention to his singing. I didn't.
I wasn't paying to his attention
I
to his
was
singing.
tuning it out. I was tuning it out, frankly.
I was paying to his attention at singing at first until I saw Michael Cole humping the hell out of Jerry Lawler.
My God, what the hell?
What the hell? Jerry Lawler's like cowering for his life as Michael Cole's just inching closer and closer to him, doing this crazy.
I'm surprised Lawler was still talking to him normally after that.
You can see he's got like this coward look in his eyes, as if, oh my God, this man is going to rape me, because he's like Michael Cole is just inching. He's inching closer and closer to Jerry Lawler with this creepy smile on his face, just looking at him with these wide eyes, doing this crazy little hump dance.
Why didn't Lawler like shove him off or hit him? Do something. Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, Michael Cole looked creepy as hell then. He looked like he was gonna rape Jerry
before
Lawler.
that, he was also dancing I think with Lillian Garcia next.
He was doing like a Quagmire dance.
And of course, they showed the woman in the crowd dancing. I don't know whether she was a plant or just a complete moron. Maybe both.
No, she was just
as
bitch.
bad as Lawler has been lately, and the fact, and he's
He
just
did
been
not deserve Michael Cole humping the hell out of him.
No, he's been phoning it in, and he does not deserve this.
He did not
Good
deserve
Lord,
that.
man.
God, this guy.
I hope you get a pay raise for that.
And the funniest thing about this whole terrible concert, this whole live performance, is the moment it finishes, they play the studio auto-tuned version, which obviously sounds like, even though it's auto-tuned and I hate this song, sounds a million times better than what Kevin Rudolph did live.
The one thing this recap gets wrong is it says the Divas came out. No, those weren't the Divas.
The only Divas
Some
that
of
came
them
out, the only
Some of them
Divas
were
that
the
came
Divas.
out that I saw were the Funkadactyls.
No,
I didn't
Eve was
recognize any of those women.
out there. No, Eve was out there.
Eve, I didn't see that. I
Okay.
saw the Funkadactyls. I didn't see Eve.
Nah, all the divas just kind of blend in.
All the Divas except AJ.
All the Divas
blend in.
look the fucking same, so.
Yeah, all the Divas except AJ blend in because AJ has good fucking charisma.
And she
But,
looks
yeah,
different then.
And one of
And she's short.
I love one of the things
She's
I
not
kind of
generic
loved about
white.
one of the things I loved about this, and hopefully, but probably not, it makes WWE wake the hell up. Is every time Kevin Rudolph said SummerSlam, make noise, nothing,
Yeah,
fucking nothing.
yeah. They're
You know,
like, SummerSlam,
actually-
make some noise. Silence.
Is it just me that thinks that, like,
And and
they are
also
completely- they
Go
have
ahead,
no
sorry.
idea of the audience that this show has?
yeah, exactly. It's like
Because the guy,
the majority of your audience does not listen to shitty pop music.
yeah, the majority of their audience, the adults, which is the majority of the audience, they listen to like rock. And you know, remember that time when Fozzy came out and there was like a massive cheer and like Cena started shit and everyone was like, fuck.
But honestly, I don't mind Cena having a concert because at least it's Cena and he's part of the show.
And like another example, like that he keeps saying, SummerSlam makes some noise, and at some point, some guy says, "SummerSlam, raise your hands." Camera zooms out to like an overview view of the crowd. Not a single person raises their hands. Not a single person.
I have to say that they didn't
And
really
then
do a
he
lot
shouts,
of.
and then he
I
shouts,
didn't.
and then he shouts, "Everyone make some noise," and silence.
Yeah, I'll have to say that that was probably the only camera shot of the crowd this whole concert, which in a way was smart of them, because if they cut the crowd, you just see no one reacting.
You know, people like it when they see Motorhead play the game.
That
That's
was
awesome.
awesome.
Right, people don't like it when they see these like shitty pop bands play that terrible whatever the fuck it is. Like, at WrestleMania, whatever the hell that concert was with the white guy. What's that white guy called?
MGK,
He's just a white guy to me.
Machine Gun Kelly.
He's just a white guy.
I'm not. I thought you said WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's a white guy.
Machine Gun Kelly. That's who it was.
Yeah, he's still a white guy.
I called him heroin addict. Heroin addict.
So yeah, that was.
And also, like right after the song ended, like the most scattering, weak applause ever was just like, "Yay!"
I'll tell you. What would have been more awesome? Having Finger 11 coming out and playing Kane's theme, playing Slow Chemical, that would have been kick-ass. Why do they have to have it?
But in general, we do not watch pay-per-views for fucking concerts.
Look.
Stop doing this, WWE.
I get putting music in these like in a pay-per-view, but dude, you need to do audience research, guys. Your audience does not like this stuff. Your audience shits all over it.
I'm sorry, regardless of the music is good or not, you're wasting time. Seriously, the time could have been filled with a Damian Sandow versus Clay match, which people were guessing might happen, or you could have had a longer Jericho Ziggler match with the time you wasted.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is why they
Or
need
a
to stop doing
longer
this.
WWE title match.
Or a longer WWE title match. Oh yeah. So after that atrocity ends, we go to Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, and
Guys, I'm gonna say something surprising that you're gonna hate me for saying this. This is my match of the night.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry, dude. I do not agree with you one bit. I was so bored by this match.
I know that.
It was
hated this match, but
and it was
I really
okay
dig
in
it.
spots. There were little things. There was little things I liked about it, but overall, this match was just boring.
They padded this match out to 45 minutes because they realized they had a hell of a load of time left, and it was just so boring. So boring.
I liked the little touches that Lesnar was doing with like his slams where he was tying the arm back to damage the arm. I liked that, but it was mostly Lesnar dominating the match.
No,
And I expected more. I expected more like a couple weapons to get thrown in. Not that many, just a couple. Brock Lesnar could have
it wasn't a DQ match. It was if this using weapons, disqualification would have happened.
no, but
it was no DQ match. He specific.
It wasn't a no DQ match.
Triple H specifically asked for.
That's
no
why
DQ.
I'm getting to this point now. Triple H specifically asked the referee, "No, don't count DQs, don't do 10 counts." Right? It gets to the match, And say, for example, first, like, Brock gets thrown out, for example. The ref doesn't count for a while, for example. He'll keep one hand aimed at Brock and he'll keep another to keep, Triple H in the ring. And he doesn't count for a while. And the commentators are saying, Triple H asked for this. But eventually you will hear the ref just start to count. Like after a while, you will hear 1, 2, like a slow count, but you hear him count. And like when Lesnar,
Yeah, because he was obligated to count. It wasn't specified as. It wasn't like he went to AJ and said, "Don't make this a count out match," but he just had the referee give him the benefit of the doubt and okay, Triple H is moving. Now I'll do the 2 count. Now I'll do the count.
But like when Brock,
it wasn't the official stipulation that there was no disqualification countouts.
yeah, but
He just asked the ref to be a bit more relaxed.
They made this big deal. But the commentators did. Like, Triple H asked for this. You can't hear the referee counting. You see, he's not counting. He's not counting DQs when Brock's got Triple H in the corner like that. He's not counting Triple H when he's outside the ring, and you can clearly hear the ref counting.
They changed it to a note. They changed
No,
it to.
no. I know the point you're talking about, right? What happened was, right? Brock slammed Triple H onto the announce table, right? And Triple H was out of it, right? The referee didn't start counting until Triple H was actually moving towards the ring again. So he was giving Triple H a fighting chance. That was the point. He didn't want.
But he specifically asked him to not do a count out.
Yes, but he didn't do it officially. He just did it as as asking a friend a favor. And the ref was the point of it was the ref was trying to do his job whilst at the same time trying to do what Triple H asked him to do.
I'm sorry, I just don't know how you can see it that way. I don't know. And it didn't help either that at the start of the match, a lot of times, even if he wasn't counting holds and shit, he was still trying to like break them up.
Well,
No,
I can see that. I can see why he's doing that, going over the corner, making it look like he's trying to break it up. Because the ref's job in the match is also, to tell him the crowd reaction signals from the timekeeper, and that sometimes the referee has to get in close to pass these messages on. And
yeah, that's the only thought I had was he was helping the match along.
Yeah, and usually the only time they can pass these messages along is when they're doing the whole count for the DQ, trying to break people off, that kind of thing. So that's why I thought he kept going in there to try and break it up. I could see that, like he's possibly passing on messages from the timekeeper or something like that. But this match was just nothing but padding to me. Brock Lesnar was doing the same stuff again and again and again and again and again.
I think we watched a different.
Exact same stuff again. Oh look, Brock's going for a Kimura. Okay. Okay,
he was going back to the arm that he used to have broke Triple H's arm. Why is that so surprising?
I don't mind the Kimura, but okay, fine, fair enough. Kimura, fine. Oh, there's that slam to hit the arm. Okay, he's punching a few punches. Oh, Kimura again. Oh, there's that slam where he ties the arm around the back. Oh, more punches. Oh, Kimura again. And it was just that for the whole match. The whole match.
Yeah, I would have liked at one point like he decides he's really gonna hurt Triple H's arm and gets like a chair and slams his arm in the chair.
The only time Brock did anything different was that jumping move, which I'll admit was awesome, and the F5. That jumping move.
I wasn't paying attention to Brock. What I was paying attention to two things. One was like the cool spots where like the jumping spot and the fact that and when Triple H started working on the stomach of Brock and I think the commentators did a good job of building it up whilst it was going on. And two was watching Paul Heyman was absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, Paul Heyman was great in this. I'm not disputing that. Yeah, Paul Heyman's amazing.
Paul Heyman made this from a pretty crappy match to a really enjoyable match to me. And if I enjoy myself when watching a match, I enjoy it.
I'm sorry, Paul Heyman was good, but he couldn't save this.
Well, not for you, but he did for me.
I can understand that. Paul Heyman, to anyone that wants to become a manager, to Vicky Guerrero especially, you don't have to shout and scream and yell. Just, come on, focus, focus! You can actually tell your friggin' guy. You can actually tell the guy what to do. You can tell the guy, come on, you've got this, man. You just need to do this. Take some time. Ease yourself. You've got this. It's okay. Take your time. Be patient.
It's okay to yell. It's okay to start comically yelling when things are going really bad. Which is what Heyman did. He waited until things started to go really bad. That's when he started to lose his shit.
Till things got bad. He didn't constantly yell. He's being calm. He's telling Brock, you've got this. It's your match. Just take your time. Go after the arm. He's being the way a manager needs to be. He's correcting any mistakes that Brock might be saying, don't let Triple H do this. And when things get bad, that's when you can start yelling, not the whole time. Come on, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this
it's like, but the way
the other thing is this match felt like someone pointed this out on the forums. This match felt like it should, and I agree. This match felt like it should have been a lot more violent than it was.
Yeah.
Like seriously. At some point,
honestly,
Triple H, I felt like should become desperate, and I felt like Triple H should be desperate and bring out the sledgehammer.
Well, no, for me, every time I saw Triple H get hit in the face or whatever, and look away from the camera, I was thinking he was blading himself, but no. I was expecting more blood and stuff in this match.
Yeah, this is just nothing. But it was just a long, padded out match to me. Really long and padded out. To we need to waste a lot of time here, guys. Just take your time. And it was just so boring because Brock, to me, Brock was just. I saw Brock doing the same stuff again and again. And of course, Triple H goes after the stomach eventually, which, yeah, you should. That's what anyone would do. Thank God they actually, took notice of that. I wouldn't have thought that maybe WWE would have done that, but they did. And he got a few shots to the body, and he hits Brock Lesnar with, I think, two pedigrees in this match. And on the second one, when he goes for the pin, Brock just completely no-sells it. And
I actually liked that. I was like, holy shit! Because honestly, if you do a no-sell at the right time during a match, when people aren't expecting you to do it, it's not something you would see normally from them.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're intentionally trying to make Lesnar look like a tank with impenetrable armor, but then his fallibility is the stomach, which is that was the point of it. If you attack Lesnar's head, it doesn't matter because he's been trained to stand that stuff, and so I think that's what the point was.
So Brock puts Triple H in the Kimura for the sixth time in the match, and Triple H finally taps out. Following the match,
he wrenches it back as if broke the arm again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar leaves, and people are chanting, "You tapped out" to Triple H.
Which immediately, someone pointed this out in the forums, and I have to agree with this. It makes me afraid that they will never let a big face submit again if that's the way the crowd's going to react.
Yeah. I don't know where the crowds get this idea now where you can make fun of someone for tapping out. It never used to be like that.
You do that to the heels.
You did that to the heel. You made fun of the heel.
I remember that happened to Triple H after he tapped out to Chris Benoit, but...
Yeah, you do it to the heel. You never do it to the face. That's the point of that chant. A heel gets all cocky against the submissionist, and he says, "Oh, you can't make me tap out. You can't, And holy hell, the submissionist makes the guy tap out. That's what that chant is for.
You see, this is the problem I'm thinking that's with WWE right now. They're marketing to morons, so the people that are going to the live shows are morons.
Someone pointed out, though, someone's argued this point that, well, it's the equivalent of saying uncle, so that immediately makes you look weak. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. He broke his fucking arm.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't make you look weak at all. I hate this. That's the idea that WWE developed because of
Not
people.
only that, he had been damaging his arm the whole fucking match.
This is the idea that WWE developed because of morons like this who chant freaking "you tapped out" to faces and think it's weak. That's how WWE got that freaking idea in the first place. Oh, if the fans think it's weak, it must be weak. We can't have faces tapping out to heels. And submissionists are basically practically a dead art now, being a submissionist. I mean, you got Debray, who's a submissionist,
And Del Rio, but
and Del Rio,
and look at the shit that's happened to Del Rio with fucking Sheamus.
but when was the last time someone tapped out to the cross-arm breaker?
Yeah. Well, it was Santino.
Well, that's Santino. It's Santino, dude.
Yeah.
That's Santino.
Exactly.
Thinking of other people, obviously, that have submissions. There's the STF, which John Cena has, but John Cena mainly goes up against heels. And you can have heels tap out. That's WWE's idea. You can have heels tap out. It makes the face look strong. Okay, fair enough. Stupid that you can't do it the other way around, but whatever. There's the Anaconda Vice and the Koji Clutch that Punk has. Rarely see people tap out to either of those these days.
I haven't seen Punk go to the
He
Koji.
rarely even uses it either.
He
Rarely.
rarely uses the Koji. I mean, that was like the first time I've seen him use the Koji Clutch.
He's used
Yeah,
it
same
before,
with-
but
He
like
really-
only once.
He rarely uses the Anaconda Vice anymore.
Rarely uses the Anaconda Vice.
Oh.
I'm thinking who else has submissions? Has like some, recognizable.
Natalia?
Natalia, but I don't watch Divas matches. I don't know when the last time someone tapped out to that.
Natalia's not even on the main show.
She's on show. There you go. Undertaker's got that weird triangle hold.
The Gogo Plata.
The Go Plata. I don't even know if he does that anymore.
Hell's Gate.
Oh yeah, the whole. Yeah, it's also known as the Hell's Gate, but the proper term is the Gogo Plata.
I don't even know if he does that anymore, and if he does, who tapped out to that last?
Triple H did actually,
Oh, Triple H. Okay, there you go. Well, Triple H is obviously willing to go for that kind of finish then.
and that was their first. That was their second WrestleMania match. They tapped out.
That's it.
Lesnar.
That's all I can think for people that have, recognizable like submission finishes. And most of the
Bret
time,
Hart?
what?
Bret Hart?
No, he's not in the
He's
show
hired
anymore.
by WWE. He's under a Legends contract.
He's not on the main show though, dude. I mean, people active now.
Just wait a second. Let me get the roster page of WWE.
Well, I think he's doing that. The point is, these are the only people I can think of with recognizable submission finishes. Obviously, Daniel Bryan, the most prominent submissionist, and Alberto Del Rio. Other than that, submission.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. I never really thought about it until you started talking about it. That there are barely any submission wrestlers. Mark Henry.
Yeah, he has the bag was one of his things. He never goes for it.
Well, he doesn't win matches with it.
Jericho.
Oh,
Okay, Jericho.
There we go, Jericho.
Ziggler with his sleeper hold.
Jericho and Ziggler. Okay.
Dolph Ziggler has not been using the sleeper hold.
He used it on Sunday.
Yeah, but he didn't win.
Well, yeah, but before that he hadn't been using.
Yeah,
it.
he didn't win with it though, did he?
No.
That's my point I'm making here. Is submission wrestlers seem to be few and far between. Yeah, there's people with like submission finishes, but a lot of them I wouldn't call submissionists. Undertaker, no, he's not a submissionist. He's more of a brawler. Triple H, again, not really. Like Triple H, he might do the figure four every now and then. He's not really a submissionist.
I actually remember.
Sharpshooter.
Not the Rock.
I remember Triple H. I remember Triple H doing an Indian Deathlock one time.
Yeah, most of these guys, other than Debray, Jericho, I'd say is a submissionist, and Alberto Del Rio. I wouldn't say Ziggler.
Tyson Kidd.
I wouldn't say Ziggler's a submissionist.
Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, Tyson Kidd. But both of his finishes are a submission.
Yeah,
he's got the dungeon lock and the
Yeah, but he's kind of jobbing right now, dude. So.
Shit.
So that's my point. Is there's few submissionists in this company, and for the few there are,
But it's because they can't just do their finisher out of nowhere.
I know they can't do it out of nowhere. Well,
That's the problem. Is WWE likes to have the out of nowhere finish.
well, you can do the no lock out of nowhere, and you can do the cross arm breaker out of nowhere.
You're preaching to the choir here, dude.
I don't know about the Walls of Jericho if you could do that out of nowhere, because you can kind of tell when he's going for it. But no lock, yeah, you can do that out of nowhere. Daniel Bryan has done it out of nowhere in the past. Like, Jesus, okay, that was a good reverse into the no lock. I've fucking seen that before. He's done brilliant
I
reverses.
suppose you could say the cross arm breaker you can do out of nowhere because, like, in backstage brawl, you'll hit them and then just like go for the cross arm breaker on the floor, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah, where's this idea come from that if you submit, it's weak? That's not right. That's oh. It used to be that submission matches, submissionists, were probably some of the best psychological wrestlers you could come across, because they could tell a story working on the arms and working on these parts of the body, and you could really tell.
Think of all of the best wrestlers that they've been. All of them were very good at submissions.
All of them are really good technical submission wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, even Shawn Michaels, you know, he in his later years adopted the sharpshooter as part of his arsenal.
Yeah, he adopted the figure four. See it as much in his later years. He did have a mixed style, and a lot of that was quite a bit of that was quite technical. He was a bit of a technical wrestler. He was a bit of a high flyer. He kind of had a mixed thing going. So I could see him. I wouldn't say he's a submissionist, but I could see him winning by submission, and he could definitely act the way a submissionist did, and using the working on the parts of the body and that. But for some reason, this idea is if you submit, it's now weak. I don't know where this has come from.
Actually, I can think of someone else that has used a submission before, but hasn't been using lately. Big Show. He has like the what's the version of the camel clutch that he wrenches it back further.
Colossal clutch.
The colossal clutch. That's what it is.
I have not seen that in ages.
I remember. I think it was some weeks back that he attacked someone and put him in the colossal clutch. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Cena.
Yeah, how all submissions are used for when it's like a guy that isn't really a submission finisher, a submission wrestler, is a way to send a message type of thing, which is really not what they should be used for.
Oh God, I don't get it. I really don't. Submission wrestlers used to be some of the greatest in-ring competitors, and now for some reason they're shunned away, and it's a dying art.
They're still the best in-ring competitors: Del Rio, Punk, Daniel Bryan,
Jericho. Yeah,
Jericho.
they're still like the best in-ring competitors, but for some reason the art of submission has just become this
Samoa Joe,
taboo.
Austin Aries.
And I don't know why. It's just Brock Lesnar wins by submission, which is a rarity to say that someone wins by submission. Two actually matches that had been won by submission on a pay-per-view.
Is Triple H only like face that'll win by submission?
Will lose by submission? I don't know.
Lose by submission.
I don't know. That's two matches though on this pay-per-view where someone won by submission. That's a fucking rarity. That's sad that is a rarity.
Yeah.
In WWE now, to actually say that two matches on a card were won by submission on a pay-per-view.
Because there's morons that if you win by submission, the guy's weak. It's like
No.
pathetic.
That idea, I do blame Stone Cold slightly for that idea, because of the fact I know they did it, and it was like probably the best way you could push Stone Cold. It was probably the only way you could to make that character. But when he passed out and didn't tap, and it made him look strong as hell, that's when that idea started developing.
Well, Stone Cold actually had a story reason to do that.
Yeah, he had a story reason to do that, but for some reason the morons in the crowd saw that as well. He didn't tap. He's strong. Anyone else that taps is weak compared to that. It's like, no. That's when that idea started to develop, but it's obviously not his fault. They needed
It
that.
does. It was. Yeah. It will look. It does make someone look extra strong if they never actually submit and they just pass out with the pain, and that's a fine thing to do. But you need to let people submit every so often, especially like if someone manages to put the hold on too long for a long period of time, you got. Of course, they're going to tap. It makes fucking sense.
Not to the
You can't
WWE fans.
You can't blame someone for tapping if they're in the hold for a very long time
Not to
and
the
can't get
morons.
out.
Not to the morons in the stand. It don't apparently. No matter how hard they've been working on that arm, you weak because you tapped out.
No matter that Brock broke his fucking
Oh yeah, yeah,
arm.
yeah. Oh, guy got his arm broke. What a shame. He's weak. Screw you. I'd like to see any single one of them morons that chanted you tapped out not do the same goddamn thing. Cause for Triple H and Brock Lesnar, they can actually make that look painful when it actually isn't. If a guy in the
Yeah.
crowd just like, oh yeah, you can put that on me, I won't tap out, because there'd probably be fucking morons like that. They'd probably tap out in an instant.
But no, the thing is they make it look painful when it isn't. But even for all I don't like Brock Lesnar, he still is trained to actually really hurt someone.
Yeah, he is still trained to
Exactly.
actually really hurt somebody. He can't make the Kimura look like he's breaking someone's arm, because that'd be friggin' Jesus Christ. You can't do that. Not in wrestling, but in UFC maybe, but not he. No.
Even in UFC, you can't. If someone's arms break, it's just because they didn't tap out when they should have.
So, yeah, Brock Lesnar wins, and for about 5 minutes we just see Triple H acting all sad. He's bumbling about. He's like, "I'm sorry, guys," and the crowd's being morons, chanting, "You tapped out," and he slowly.
The one thing is I didn't like. I thought Triple H didn't sell us the greatest because it looked like he was just. I felt like he should be grimacing more.
And he just slowly makes his way out to the ring, and I really do mean slowly makes his way out the ring.
Well, that was probably the part that he sold was like just he was walking slowly because his arm was just the one way he was selling the arm was just like it was like just he had it was like hanging from his side.
And now
The
that
biggest problem with this show, with this match, was that it should have been a more emotionally charged match than it was.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
Yeah.
the whole point was that Paul Heyman had said that shit about Triple H's family,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
the
don't say
build
that
up
shit.
to this, the build up to this was brilliant. The payoff, though, was,
What?
Yeah, and Triple H walks up the range, he starts to wave to the fans, and Michael Cole says, no, Lawler says, I think he just said goodbye.
No, it is Michael
should've-
Cole. It is Michael Cole. He says, "I think this is the end of Triple H."
Well, I think Lawler said it too. The Lawler said
Can't remember if
just
Lawler said
goodbye.
anything, but I know that Cole said, "I think this is the end of Triple H."
Well, he said, is this the end? Is this the end of Triple H?
It's not the end of Triple H.
No, it's not the end of Triple H. He's going to come back and probably
Triple H is going to keep wrestling for as long as he can.
He's probably.
I honestly, to me, the way they ended this match, it kind of, to me, made my prediction ring true, which was I predicted this would be the way for Triple H to end his in-ring career. And
It's
that's
not.
the way I saw it.
It's not at all.
It's not over yet, dude. I think he's going to come back and beat Brock Lesnar either at Survivor Series or at some point between Survivor
Yeah,
Series and.
He's not going to have another match against Brock. Brock
I'm sorry, I
doesn't-
think
he
he
is.
is, dude.
He's going to have another match at SummerSlam.
He's
That's
gonna have another match. Either
Dude,
beat him
Brock
if
Lesnar does not. Brock Lesnar does not have that many dates. He only has one more date,
he's
and that's
going
it.
to have a match at Survivor Series. Honestly,
I honest to God think he's gonna have a match again. Either if not Survivor Series, maybe then like between Survivor Series and I don't know how many pay-per-views. What's after Survivor Series?
don't know.
Because I know Night of Champions is next, and I don't think he's gonna be back in time for Night of Champions.
No, it after Night of Champions is Survivor Series.
Yeah, I think it's Survivor Series is when.
Because I've actually looked at some news things, and they've been saying all backstage rumors seem to be pointing to Survivor Series. So
Well, I thought I heard that he wasn't going to be back till WrestleMania to face Taker.
If Brock Lesnar's against Taker, that's probably going to be one of the most boring Taker matches I'll ever see in my life. Probably.
think of all the millions of Taker versus Kane matches.
Oh.
Still probably would be the most boring I'll see in my life.
Yep.
And I've seen a lot of boring Taker matches at WrestleMania. A lot. I saw the one where he faced Giant Gonzalez, okay? Jeez. Oh,
won?
God. Yeah, going over this show again, this pay-per-view, it was a lot better when I first saw it. Now going over it again. SummerSlam.
It was god awful.
SummerSlam sucked.
It did.
I don't think it completely sucked. To me, like I said, it was just there.
I mean, yesterday I thought, okay, that was good. That was a good pay-per-view. Had time to think about it. I was like,
This morning you thought it was okay, and now you think it's terrible.
decent. It was like decent. I was like thinking, yeah, the match, like what I can remember seeing, it was decent. It was okay. I must have thought it was good, just because of excitement and that. So, okay, fair enough. It was okay. Now going through it again, recapping these matches, it sucked. It sucked. Oh God, did it suck?
Yeah.
Okay, that was that was SummerSlam. Any last thoughts? Because that's mine. It was not as good as I remembered it to be last night. At all.
It sucked.
Sucked.
It's a dripping donkey balls.
I didn't think it was that bad.
You shouldn't have had Big Show in the trouble. You could have done CM Punk versus John Cena. I wouldn't have minded that. It could have been a rematch from
Now I actually come to think of it, that actually in a way makes a CM Punk had even better point as to why to not have the Triple H not have a triple threat match, because Big ruined it.
He really did.
Ruined it.
He really did.
He didn't ruin the match. I really liked it.
I didn't like it. I did not.
I liked it, but I like Big Show. I like Big Show a lot, and a lot of people hate Big Show.
I do like Big Show. I just don't like been doing him what they did here, because I like the way they started out with his heel turn, where he became kind of psychological and talking to the getting into it with the audience, talking smack to the wrestlers, but he wasn't doing that here.
No, he wasn't.
I thought that the way he wrestled was awesome.
I didn't. That was just me.
It was cool. I thought
He deserves his respect, definitely. He deserves respect, definitely, for being such a good athlete with his size.
by the way,
But if he's gonna wrestle,
it's not a 2-count move.
If he's gonna wrestle at the pace he's been wrestling, he needs to do a little more to,
Yeah, he needs to do a bit more for me. I'm not a Big Show fan, really. Never really was. I just thought he was. I thought he was impressive, and I still think he's impressive. But I'm just not a Big Show fan. That match could have been CM Punk versus Cena, and I wouldn't have minded that one bit because they can make a good match. Them two can, and it would make sense to me the way CM Punk's been with Cena in the story. You could have had it uh, without Big Show. World Heavyweight Championship, may as well just bury that 6 feet under now, because that's essentially what you've done. You just buried it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Change the title if you need. Change the look of it. Give it to someone else. Do something. Do something that other than have bullshit endings or have Cena win. Sheamus do what he's been doing since
I'm
WrestleMania.
surprised you can tell the difference.
Sorry, I couldn't tell the difference then for a moment. Have Sheamus win in a way that isn't a bullshit ending, and is not it's not the exact same match he's been wrestling since WrestleMania. How many months is
Well,
that?
how he's been wrestling that match longer than that.
Since before WrestleMania, yeah, I'd say actually. Good, maybe. God,
Almost.
He's been the same since like the build up to WrestleMania.
5, 6 months, maybe more. The same exact match every time from Sheamus, and people think we're just Sheamus haters or we're overreacting. He's doing the same goddamn match every time, every week.
Why I don't understand why they're doing this because do
The
they
worst
not
part is we know
do they
Sheamus
not
can do that.
understand that they're making people hate Sheamus and it makes me wonder, are they trying to make us hate him?
And we don't hate Sheamus. We know he can be good. We know he can be good. We've seen him before this.
And I like him as a I generally like Sheamus. I just hate what they've been doing with it. I hate his character right now. Is what I hate.
Yeah. So they are doing to Sheamus what they did to Cena. He had an interesting character. He was good as a heel. They turned him face, which was fine. And then just out of the blue, out of nowhere, they turn him into this superhero character, and it completely ruins him. They did the same thing they did to Cena. He was the Doctor of Thugonomics. It was an interesting heel character. He turns face, but he isn't exactly Super Cena yet. And then just out of the blue, there he is. Super Cena winning every match in the same way again and again, and they're doing the exact same thing with Sheamus, and it's like they don't know any other way to build their bases.
Exactly.
Uh, Jericho, that was fine, apart from Vicky. Tag
Apart from the length too.
team title match, didn't really care, was okay. Kane versus Daniel Bryan was
It was good. It was good. It was okay.
Lesnar versus Triple H was boring. This sucked. I got nothing else to say about this. I'm done. This is.
I think in general, like it was good.
I would never say that the Triple H. I would never say
now
that.
I'm actually starting to. I'm actually now that I think of it, really, I think I agree with you. This thing sucked. It was good. It was good. Like I said at another point, and I'm gonna use the same words for this pay-per-view. It was good in short bursts.
Well, the thing is, I would say that I enjoyed the Lesnar Triple H match, but I know that it's not a good match. It was just that for some reason I enjoyed it.
That's fair enough.
So we should wrap this up now.
This was the C show. I'm Riddler, and I'm saying just get rid of the World Heavyweight title now. Get rid of it. Throw it into the trash. Get a new one. I don't care anymore about that title. I stopped caring about it at WrestleMania when it was won in 18 seconds, but now there's just no redemption.
And like you said, Riddler, they started killing it when they gave it to Jack Swagger.
Dead. 18 dead to me. Dead. Always will be now. I don't care how long that title is. I don't care what they do with it. It's dead to me.
This
Everyone
is
else.
Rock. This is Rockton saying, "Fuck you, WWE. Just fuck you."
And this was Liquid Nation saying bye.
Yeah, that's the end of that.
This is me
Yeah.
saying you bitch too much. Okay, show over.